Oof, it's so warm. Sweltering inside the caravan now that I've come inside. Woof. Hi, hi. Who else is here? If you're here, is that you and me, or is that you, me, and there's more people here. Hi, hi, hi. Stand. I wouldn't necessarily make a beeline to be inside on a computer on a beautiful day like today. Is it beautiful for everybody else wherever you are? What is the weather like where you are? Tell me in the chat. Who else is here? Tell me what the weather's like where you are. It's sweltering. You can hear Bill running around. You can see how bright it is out there. So I have not done myself up. I'm excited to tell you today about the Unlost Retreat. Bill, do you want to come and say hi now you're feeling a bit better after your surgery? Oh, it's been lovely in Manchester. Cool. Bill, come say hi. Come here. Come. Yes. Bill is struggling a little bit with being black and being in the sunshine, aren't you? So he keeps going under the caravan, which is perfect. It's really cool under there and lovely. So you might be coming to this video for information about how to apply for a sponsored retreat place, and I hope that's why you're here, because that's what I'd like to tell you about. So the reason I did it as a YouTube live was just because I wanted to answer any questions if anybody had them about who would be appropriate to apply or who you might want to send it along to. But definitely chose a day where people will be maybe hopefully drinking Pimm's in the sun and out with friends and family. So, oh, hi Dawn. So if you're catching this up on my DMs on Instagram, on the Unlost Outdoors Facebook group, etc., you send me an email from my website to anything that you want to ask a question. And after I've announced it on here and people can find it here and have the chance to ask questions, I'm going to make a post on my Instagram. It can be shared and you can share it with people who you think might benefit from this sponsored retreat place from the wonderful Ethica CBD. But before I get into that, let's have a chat about the week. So today's not going to be a very long YouTube live because of the nature of it being the Queen's Jubilee Day and everybody wanting to get along with things. But I had an amazing shoot with Becca, who is a friend from Instagram, and I didn't realize how incredible she was at her job or what her job really was, but she contacted me. We chatted on and off on Instagram and become Instagram friends, but I was following her on a personal account of hers. Come down and do a little film with me about the meaning of the outdoors, helpful, what it means to me, especially about the things I've been through and the stuff I've talked about. I said, yeah, fabulous, come on down, thinking how nice to be asked and how nice to be able to do a project with someone you don't know yet in person. And then I realized that she was an incredibly accomplished professional photographer and filmmaker who photographs lots of very well-known people, from Sebastian Vettel to Lenny Henry to Dawn French to, my goodness, Leanne de Havas, all sorts of people. And here she was coming down to Cornwall, driving from the Cotswolds to come and meet little old me. So we had an incredible, not even 24 hours. She arrived in the afternoon and left, maybe 24 hours, really. And we got the most beautiful weather here in Cornwall. We swam, we hiked, we got up at 3:30 a.m. and started hiking to watch the sunrise, and it was stunning. So that was a really nice thing that happened this week, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. Other things that have happened this week: Bill has been recovering from his castration surgery. It sounds so severe to say, but I guess it is severe. He's been doing really well, and I've been trying to calm him down and try and make him not run around and be as chaotic and jolly as he usually is. But he was slow for the first couple of days. Last time I spoke to you all here last Thursday on the live, he was feeling really iffy and whimpery and shivered all night long, and I had him on the bed with me, and I was really worried about him, but he soon rallied, and now he's just being as chaotic as ever, which is adolescent puppy phase, I'm reassured, and not that he's always going to be this bonkers. But I took him for a walk with Becca and I when, it was a 10K, slow, stop, start, taking photographs and filming. He seemed pretty good during that walk and still wanted to do more in the afternoon. I'm always amazed by his tenacity, Hi, Robin. Hi, Robin. And everybody else is in the outdoors, but we are in here learning free sponsored places on the retreats. and Bill's balls. It's nice to have you here. Um, yeah, so that's that. We had Bill, we had Becca. I've been on the phone today with Melissa, who is my friend and also the editor of Are We Connected? It says it's unstable. Are you there? I'm going to carry on. I think you might be there. So Melissa is an editor and directed the short. It's not even short. It's going to be 15-minute film about footpath. I did about 3 weeks ago with James, the incredible cameraman, and Melissa is the director and editor, and we had other people doing different roles for that production. For the first time I've ever put together with a team a proper film where I am the presenter, and we had scripts, we did lots of research. Bustles helped do lots of research too. A really old dear friend of mine, David Williams, great researcher, really knows a lot about a lot. It's one of the cleverest people I know, I think. And I'm so lucky to know him. So the team put all that together, as you know. And I am waiting for Melissa to have a chance to have a look at it. And today she called me and said it was fantastic and that she had loads of great footage. We're going to do some pickup shots in 2 weeks' time and extra bits and bobs to add into it. We need to put some different shots of Falmouth Harbour and Mainporth and some different shots of Poltesco just to flesh out the beauty of what we could see in person, but that we didn't quite 100% get all the angles of for the film. So that's exciting to know that she, as a very experienced editor, having worked with lots and lots of people and film channels and companies and television networks, can see that she thinks the presenting is good, the tone is good, it really has legs. So we're going to put it together as a pitch for a commission to different television channels and networks, and maybe when it's finished and fleshed out, maybe pop it into I'm Glad I'm Back on. I soldiered on just in case anyone else can still hear me. I didn't want to just stop and putter out, so I hope that you can catch up any bits you wanted them. Thank you for telling me. So that's exciting. Just let me think. I've covered everything. So yeah, a proposal, a pitch to television channels, and a little film to go to film festivals potentially this year. Someone else who's called me up about a different project they might like me to do, which would be maybe fleshed out over the winter but filmed in spring summer next year for a campaign. So that's exciting. Lots of little things, cooking. I'm starting to write my proper course to launch, which I'm so excited about. The more I start writing it, the more I think I could write for a million years about all the things I want to share in terms of support, help, advice, guidance, to help people feel more confident accessing the outdoors in a non kind of authoritarian, I've got my qualifications way. Not that I haven't got qualifications, I've got a variety of qualifications, but it's not only technical official information that I'm going to share on the course. It's the more awkward stuff that you might not want to ask about pooping and peeing on trail, about how you wash your clothes, about questions you might be embarrassed to ask in a shop about backpack because you don't want to look really stupid if you don't know what a tarp is, so a lot of it is beginning from the beginning and helping people to put together their first solo multi-day hike or day hike or group hike with friends when they don't really know how to begin, or they know some bit, they don't know other bits. It's coming together beautifully, and I'm going to be super stoked to share it with you. Hopefully I'm going to ask for people to sign up as a pilot group to come and trial out the material remotely. You don't have to come and be me, but to look at the material as prospective people who might benefit from the course and give me feedback and have access to the course after in return for the feedback. So if you're interested in that, keep your eyes peeled. A bit scatterbrained today because of the heat. Okay, the retreat. My March retreat blew my mind. I may have said that to you before. It was phenomenal. The women, phenomenal. The weather was phenomenal. And Cornwall is phenomenal. But the vibe, the feeling, the people, the things that were learned, the stories that were shared, the atmosphere of hope and positivity and confidence boosting, and people going out to do something amazing next. It was great. And we're going to do more. We're going to do one in June but we are being supported by Ethica CBD to give a place away, a fully supported place for this one, and probably with Ethica and maybe some other local Cornish brands for the September and October retreats and ongoing into the future. I think I'd like to always have at least one or two supported. Just checking my watch buzzing in case it was M saying, Gail, your video's gone completely. Yeah, I always want to have one or two supported places, a youth place or something like that. Definitely minority place to encourage people who can't access it to be able to come, and they can be sponsored by brands or by me. So we're figuring out as we go, but what we do know is we've got the most wonderful sports gel I'm using for my sketchy shoulder. Bill, no thank you. He's seen a pheasant and he wants to bark at the pheasant. Just trotting around the field, the pheasants outside. And he is showing them who's boss. He's not doing a very good job of that. So Ethica CBD is phenomenal. Oh yes, I use the night drops and the calm drops, and they really help. CBD in the past hasn't helped me. About 8 years ago, I played around with it. I ordered some from Amsterdam, but now I love it because I Ethica. It tastes good, doesn't make me feel woozy or queasy. It's absolutely phenomenal. So I keep saying phenomenal. Clearly, it's the word of the day. I haven't been watching the Muppets phenomenon, but it's my overused word. I and Ethica CBD want to encourage you to apply for this supported place. If you know anyone in your family, work colleagues who might benefit from 3 nights, 4 days, well, 3.5 days really, in beautiful Cornwall, near the beach, for hiking, sea swimming, adventure planning, story sharing, outside fire chatting, starlight hiking at night, coaching, me taking all of my gear and talking you through all of it, anything that you would want to know and learn about making your own adventures come to life, building your confidence, asking the questions, making friends on the retreat to go and do these adventures with. If you don't know anyone else who likes to do that kind of thing, then this is for you. All we would like to stipulate is that to attend this retreat without this supported place, and not because you can use that money for something else that's also kind of fun and a trip away, but there is significant financial barrier that this is currently outside of your reach. It doesn't have to just be financial, but can it be rooted around that you have children and you can't afford to have anyone to mind them or take the day off work to be able to come to the retreat. Having the retreat paid for, maybe the way that this retreat can support you. Let me just check my connection. Hold the line. Got a significant M's telling me the bits that are lost. Excuse me. It's like I'm texting in class and the students are studying and I'm being really naughty and texting. It's only because I'm texting my apprentice M, who's on the other side of this screen, somewhere up in Manchester, who's telling me that they've lost me. Do you have me now? We might need to abandon ship and do this again, or potentially just launch the information. Yeah, we'd love to see you at a retreat. Really would. Solo adventure. Hey, no one has me. Can anyone hear me or see me?